Welcome live on LinkedIn and all the other platforms to the Game Changing Work Show. So, those of you that are signing in and joining us today, Roxanne and I have our big announcement, and you're probably wondering what it is.
I really think like we, the two of us, have been waiting for this moment for a long time now. And I guess all of you who have been watching on and off or maybe regularly, um, I think you've been waiting for this too. So do we want to say what it is, or let
Drum roll.
do we want to do
So, I will share, but then I'm going to throw it back to you as you explain your why on this, and then we can exchange on that because I think it's important. So
yeah.
we have been doing the live shows and streaming for over a year and a half right now, and we've talked about this of kind of why we started doing the live streaming is we had a passion to change, to spark that change and rethinking the modern workplace, and we had all these ideas and things that we want to do, which is by nature who we are. So we wanted to bring our passions out and started the show by sharing them. And then we have evolved. We've tried a couple different things because we love experimenting. And so now we've kind of hit I would say, a fork to add a little bit more to the game changing work. And so instead of just our live streams, it's a yes and now. And so we have decided to create a community. Yep. That's the big news, folks, is
Woohoo!
game changing work is becoming a community. So the webinars that we've had, we kind of figured, you know what? It doesn't really create that connection. It doesn't allow that space. And Roxanne, I'm going to have you start
Yeah.
just why we decided to create a community.
Well, first of all, because we wanted to build or create an environment where people who like change, who like to think different, work different, and lead different, find a space where they can express themselves, where they can share all of these revolutionary ideas and possibilities that they see, and also learn from one another and support each other. So it's basically almost like a support group for all of you game changers out there, but also a learning group. And we, both of us, were so passionate about everything that's game changing. And hence the Game Changing Work Show, the Game Changing Work community on Meetup. And what we want to do is take this a step further, because we really believe in the power of all of us to create game-changing solutions and to really come up and share revolutionary and game-changing ideas and solutions for the future of work, but not just for the future of work, for a place where we can feel proud of what we've accomplished, happy with what we've accomplished, and for us and for generations to come. So this is a learning space, a shared experience space, and a safe space for all of you who might feel like the odd ones out more often than you would like to. So we want to acknowledge that. We want to share those experiences, and we want to create this place where we feel good about that and good about being a game changer, and also shed some light for those of you who know game changers and work with them. Also shed some light on what does that mean and what makes them motivated and engaged, and how you can talk to them, how you can work with them better. So we're all about everything that helps you create a game-changing modern workplace.
Yeah, I putting in our captions here real live. I was like, oh, I have the wrong one. So here we go. That starts good.
Okay,
We are
good.
starting a community. I love where you were going with where you were talking about a safe space. We really want to encourage fresh ideas. If you have ideas of how to help shape the modern workplace, or you have curious questions, or anything where you might even be challenged to try to invoke um, rethinking in your workplace. So we want to create that community where everyone is invited and we can figure out together how to change the game. And so that is the purpose. Plus, also we noticed in our live events we get passerbys, we get people, or we've done a couple of webinars, and every so often people want to dive further, or they want to meet other people that might be joining on the live event. So this is going to allow you to meet other maybe alike. Maybe you have a common problem, maybe a common challenge, or maybe you like someone's idea or what someone else is doing in their company. That is a part the beauty of the community piece. Now, one of the things too, which Roxanne and I come from different spaces. So I've been always a part of an agile community, and I've always had this sense of yearning to really expand beyond and try not to always be about agile. And agile, if you say it, most people go to operational. They don't explore maybe other things. And so we wanted a space just to maybe, I guess, stretch myself where I can get out of that and talk about other things. Maybe as my friend says, you know, speak normal, speak common language, Veronica. And that's what I love about you, Roxana. And we invite more people. And so we start to have a mix of people that don't know anything about agile, may not even care in truth. But it's really more that they have this common desire, and our outcome is changing the game for the modern workplace, period. So that's our commonality point. And and so this is we're excited about our game changing work. So here's our meetup. I'll put in the comments. You can always Google it on there. We'll put it in the
Yeah.
LinkedIn as well. But those of you that are on the other platforms, I'll go ahead and share it on Restream. We also have our first event that we are going to have. Do we want to talk about that now?
We do want to talk about that now. Let's do this.
All
Yes.
right.
I'm so
All
excited about this. I mean, come on. I have
right.
to like just, I'm just, soaking it all in. It's like, oh my God, it's finally there.
So we can't help ourselves, but why not start with, are you a game changer?
Mhm.
And what does that mean? Right. And so this is going to be our first event where we're going to talk about, what is a game changer, right? And so you either will identify it for you as yourself, or you might know someone that is a game changer. And I'm going to share a couple of questions that I wrote down here, and you have them here, but I'm going to read them out loud. I have, do you wake up with ideas that you can't get out of your head often? Or do you always see things that others may not see? Are you always open to the possibilities? Or does doing different excite you? Or the last one is, do you feel like the odd, I'll say person out, probably shouldn't say odd man out, but it's a phrase. It's a phrase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always told, not now. It's not a priority.
Yeah.
But the reality is, it will never be one since it's not challenging the status quo.
Yeah.
Does this sound familiar to you? Or do you know someone that probably is doing these things and you're like, oh my gosh, I know someone just like that? Or are you saying, that's me? That's me. So that our first event is going to be talking about this game changer energy and this obsessive creativeness and going through that. So in this session, we'll explore what that is. We're going to talk about what motivates, what frustrates these types of game changers, and why do we actually need them in the world. So we thought this would be a great start. And those of you that are interested in just in joining our community, just in general, please come over. because we're going to have a lot of different things. We have someone that we're trying to get scheduled to talk about their experience of the 4 week work schedule at their company, for
four
example.
days, 4 days.
4 days. I say 4 work week. Oh my
You
God.
said
Everyone's
for a
probably
week.
going, yeah, I don't want to work there.
Like,
um, but these are the types of things that we're looking
yeah,
for people to come and share stories or some really interesting game changing. We might have some past guests that we're going to bring back in, and what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna experiment. Now we're obviously trying to change the game. What I would say in corporate America and Canada within our markets. We know that they're pretty similar when they're highly pragmatic. They're probably a little bit more risk adverse when it comes to these large corporations on their change rate, right? We know the average change rate is about what 5 to 7 years, and so now this great resignation, you're having this whole generation coming up that I bet you, we don't have the data, but I bet that they're probably their change rate is probably closer to you and I, which are a little bit in that 1 to 2 year range. And so they're really pushing and bucking the system today, which I think is kind of neat. So our time zones are going to be a little bit complementary for those markets, but we want to invite people from around the world to share what they're doing in other places because we think that is important. So we're going to
it
have
is.
6 p.m. Evening events, Eastern Standard Time. And then we're
Mhm.
going to have some daytime events, probably around noon or so, like around the lunchtime on Eastern Standard, where we will probably have people that are coming from different areas of the world to share their experience and thoughts and ideas. And obviously, we need to accommodate for their schedule. So we're going to have a variety of different times of our events just for that reason. And we are going to work with the group that joins, what they're interested in, and really push the edge to try to seek and find others that are alike, which I think is going to be kind of cool. So it's not always just talking at you; it's also you designing what you
Exactly.
think is important and shaping and sparking the change to really just define the modern workplace. Right? That's the best way to say it.
It is, and it's community based. So we're just creating that space, but we need to create the content with you. So because it's not about lecturing anybody, it's about finding solutions together. It's about sharing solutions, and this is why for us it's important to have people from a variety of backgrounds and regions, and pretty much make it a global movement, because this is how we learn best. We learn from each other when like shared knowledge is power right now, not just knowledge. If you don't share it, then it doesn't create the kind of change that we need in the world. So this is what we're aiming for, and this is why we're creating this community. So join us, click on the link that Veronica shared, and join us in this community and suggest topics. You can also be a guest and discuss and share your opinions and experiences in one of the meetups, and ask your questions and get your answers. This is what we want to do. We want to share ideas and solutions, and then discuss what is possible. What is it that others are doing? What is possible for us to do? How is it possible to change the modern workplace, and really get a little bit deeper into it, so that you feel you're supported. Because no matter how many webinars you're attending or how many courses you are taking, it's the learning journey only starts after that, and it's in implementing all of that kind of stuff
And
that
it's
you
free.
help and support. And guess what, you're getting the community to help you with that.
Now, some of the topics that we'll be talking about, the heavy hitters, would obviously be around organization agility. right?
Yeah.
Change agility. We're always about anything change. Imagine that. We'll talk about team based leadership. We'll talk about outcome based thinking, which is important. And we're always going to uh, do always approach when it comes to life and work. And
Yeah.
so, a lot of things that we'll bring to the table that we talk about, and those of you that have ever been to my talks in other communities, I'll try to blend personal and work because we don't think there's any difference. And so, when I share even outcome based thinking, for example, I will give things where how you can do that in both worlds, right? Because it's the one human. And what are some other topics that I missed, Roxana?
Well, I think you pretty much covered everything that we wanted to do. I think the other thing is when we talk about
Oh,
organization,
OKRs, cultures. I forgot that one.
organizational change, OKRs and culture transformation, all of the so everything they can think about from a holistic approach to the modern workplace. So it's not just we're not going to focus only on processes or only on people or only on technology. What we want to do is have a blend of these so that we can discuss the holistic solutions to what we're talking about, because these are very connected, right? You can't have one without the other, no matter how the if you have the perfect processes and technology and the people are not aligned and are not on board, then nothing's going to happen. And what we want to do is help get that, tap into that potential and really help you understand what it is that you can do to transform your workplace.
And in truth, we believe that people are the engine, and people are always will be centered around all our topics. Hi, game changers. Hey, Vicky. Nice
Yeah,
to see you. So it's we are definitely
really nice
even
there.
I want to make sure that it's clear, like when Roxana's saying, inclusive, but the truth is we will always bring it around to people because we believe people are the engine. That's what actually makes a business successful. All the processes, all the technology, everything, right? Even people are the ones that are going to create the growth strategies. People are going to actually make the right processes, implement the right processes, et cetera, et cetera. It's always going to circle back to people. So game changing work is definitely heavy about the people are the engine side. Did I even say that right? But I'm really excited. Now, we wanted to make this a little bit short today and not really get too into the details. But what we're going to do in our LinkedIn's is drop the meetup for those of you. I know I dropped it in the we can actually put our current event that's actually happening. We
We
probably
can,
should do that.
exactly, and come join us in the meetup and in the event. So,
Yeah,
uh,
first one is April 16th
mhm.
at 6 p.m. If you can't make it, we'll probably get creative, folks, of what we can do. As long as you're a member of the community, you're probably going to have opportunities to circle back what we did. And we'll definitely work with that uh, based on the feedback and creative ideas of what we want to do within the community.
Yeah,
So
and in
we'll
the
leave it at that, right? Because we're open to possibilities.
exactly. We who what? I also want to say, so actually, you know what? I'm double excited today because not only have we started a community, which is definitely going to transform into a full movement quite soon, because I know there's a lot of you game changers out there, and also we have our game changing work website, and that
Oh,
is
we're
where
official now.
yeah, we're official. It's like we've opened shop. So you will get information about all of our live events, all of the meetup um, and meetup events that we're organizing, and you can find out what we're up to if you just go to gamechangingwork.com. That's
We're
it.
evolving the website. Basically, we
Oh
just had a
yeah.
theory. Why don't we have a central place? If you actually Googled game changing work, if you did it before, you would only get our YouTube channel, which really didn't really tell you much. It was just a repository, and it still is to this day, of all our live events. But now, since we are starting to have the meetup and build a community, I'm sure we're going to start like having collateral content, you name it. We're going to keep evolving. I hope I'm going to be thinking bold and big because I can't help myself. That eventually we're not just a meetup and we actually create a community platform where it actually houses. We're just not there yet, right? We're trying to do micro changes, start small, and experiment and open up the meetup. But I truly hope that we can eventually be a community, and we have to go to community platform because we're so cool and we're doing so many cool things. That's what I hope game changing work eventually turns into. How about you guys? I hope that excites you where we're trying to go, and we're just sharing our dreams and passions.
Yeah, like always. And this is what we've been doing, and we want to keep doing that, while creating a community and offering support and helping helping share these ideas moving forward. So join us. You can join us. You can check our website, gamechangingmore.com. You can check out the links that Veronica shared in the comments to join us on our next event in the meetup. And let's get this movement going and really
And
build.
please share it out. Invite your friends that you think might
Yeah,
be interested in
absolutely.
joining, or our first event on April 1st or April 16th at 6 p.m. If you can't make it, share it with others that maybe might want to join us too.
Thank you, Vicky. Looking forward
Thanks.
to seeing you there.
All right, so I think we're done today. We just wanted to get online. And so we're still going to have our live events, but our live events are going to be teasers to lead up to what we'll probably have in upcoming events. We want to keep our live event to be casual, more of a conversation like we used to. Remember, we're going back to our roots where we were organic and we had a topic and we just were able to do our thing. And that excites me. How about you?
Which I want to build on that because we are all about yes and say, and by the way, so share some topics with us or some questions with us. What do you want to see moving forward in the live show? And also, what would you want to dive deeper into when we get into the meetup? Because there's only so much that we can discuss in a live show, and then you're not, maybe
It's
you're
not. It's not
not
as
able to
interactive.
join us live, and maybe you're not able to join us live, maybe you're catching the replay, maybe because we know you're busy. With a meetup event it's different because you're going to make more time in the calendar because it's scheduled far in advance, so you will know. And then we can also send you a recording of that, so and it's more tailored to what you need. So we're going to, be on point in the live shows, and then we're going to dive deeper in our meetup sessions with you.
And
So
it'll be
let us
via
know.
Zoom. So
Yeah,
we'll, if we have to have breakouts, do some fun activities,
yeah.
we will have it depending on what we're doing at the moment. So again, our first event is, are you a game changer? And we're going to learn more what that is. We're going to have some video clips of interviews. Um, we'll Am I doing it the right arrow that way? We'll be in the video sharing what it means to actually be a game changer and some of our challenges. We're going to ask some questions, and it was funny because I just had a conversation with a fellow game changer, and I said, "What's challenging being a game changer?" And though how she answered was very different from me. And so
Mhm.
I thought this is going to be fun how everyone answers those two questions. And
Yeah.
those of you that are a game changer that are watching this show right now, and you have gotten from the GC index. If you don't know, you'll know what that is. Um, come direct message me, because I'm doing these video shorts for our event. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Some of you are from other parts of the world, so you can't be there at 6 p.m. So the video is going to be able to share some of those thoughts because they can't come live.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. We could be talking forever, but we don't
I
want to.
know, but let's not.
We're gonna stop here.
All
So
right,
check out
everyone.
the meetup. Okay. See you there.
We will see you soon.
All right.